Okay, back at the Berzerk board, CPU board, or as they like to call it, the ZPU board. Anyway, yeah, ZPU, the Central Processing Unit. I stripped a lot of this away because it's worse than I thought initially, really. I mean, it's pretty bad. All of this was pretty caked with alkaline corrosion. The power inlet was really bad. Yuck. Eek. I removed all of them diodes. Everything else, it seems to be that that's where it stopped. You can look at these transistors right here. They look fine. All of this looks fine. The solder on the back of these, and you can see it's still pretty silver underneath there. I really don't think the corrosion came up this way. So we're going to clean this area up. I removed all of, except for this stuff. This is kind of where I stopped. And actually, I should probably just replace these too. I will. I'm going to replace these chips. They're kind of nasty. That one I see fuzzy on that one. So I'll remove those. I'm not going to remove these two resistors because you can see there's still silver solder. Shiny solder. And that's, oops. That's got a little bit of green on there, but I'm just going to clean that stuff off with some vinegar or toilet bowl cleaner, whichever. Probably toilet bowl cleaner on this guy. I'll remove these two chips. I'll replace those. This stuff will be okay. So that's really it. We're going to clean this up really nicely. Okay, so... and I've got all the solder removed out of all of these. So we'll go ahead and clean this thing up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I am done with the removing and cleaning of alkaline damage. And it is looking good. All of that alkaline crap has been removed. And it just goes with the territory. You're going to remove silk screening. But it is clean. And I sprayed this whole board down with vinegar and used a toothbrush on it to neutralize, just kind of neutralize any alkaline on there. Front and back. That's looking like the only trace that's really bad. I got to be careful with the through holes. The through holes could have been damaged by the alkaline, and we'll get to that point. We'll get there. Cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, it cleaned up pretty nicely. The back side, I went through and cleaned it up nicely. This whole thing was just had alkaline on it, bad. Maybe still a little bit there. Yep, I think I'll come down a little further. You can see some of that crap through here. So, but yeah, looking good. We can go ahead and start repopulating this thing, which will be fun. So, but it's all about preservation with this, you know. We could have probably fixed it without doing this and had it working, but that would just destroy that board. That alkaline would, I mean, it was so creeped into everything in this area, it would have destroyed this board over time. So this hopefully will preserve it for years to come. You know, we got all that crap off, so Yeah, very good. So I'll go ahead and start repopulating this thing. I took a bunch of pictures of this board before I started taking everything apart, so I can look at the color bands on the resistors and the positions that they are, and I can fill it that way. Or I do have schematics for this, but I think I'll just use my pictures. So yeah. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to start repopulating. When I come back, hopefully this thing will be completely repopulated. All right, really quick, one thing really quick I wanted to point out. I just drilled a hole in the board right here. You see that hole I drilled right there? You can see it's not interfering with no traces on the back. You see that trace that's gone from the power inlet right by the hole that I drilled. What I have to do is run a jumper from the back side. I'm going to go through this hole, and then from this hole I'm just going to solder right to this trace, this big trace. So that will complete that power inlet. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out really quick. Quick little fix on that guy. Alright, just another little update on this board. I went ahead and cleared even more fuzzy green stuff off. I noticed that it was coming all the way down through here. There's none through here, but there was a little bit on this edge. So I hit the edge, came up all the way through here, over to here, got some of this stuff off. I mean, it was eating right through this. So I kind of ate down into this to kind of clear it out. And up through here. And then it disappeared, but I got the edge anyway. And that side's good. There's nothing over there. And on the back, it kind of was going all the way around. Remember, this is where I seen it. So I cleared that all out. Got rid of that. Kind of went around the edge. Went down through this edge. There's a little green pitty fuzzy down through here. So I cleared that all out. And then it's good through here. That lighter green is just this stuff gone almost. That's not corrosion right there. So yeah. So it's cleaned up good. So now I'll go ahead. Now I can repopulate it. Okay, and the ZPU board, the Central Processing Unit, is done. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now, does it have bad logic? I don't know. We'll find out. But we know all this stuff is good. And look at this. Look at how clean this is. And I did beep out all of these guys. I beeped them all out open, and they were all open, and then I closed them, and I beeped them all out closed, and they were all closed. So those dip switches are all good. I actually have the proper button. The top, unfortunately, is different. It wouldn't go back on, but it's the same footprint button, brand new. I didn't put these back in because they kind of had green fuzzies on it, so those are not going back in. Here's my that little soldered wire going around to the back. It's soldered right on that trace and then goes down and connects right here. So there's that. Yeah, and this has been cleaned. This is all the yeah, this was the one bad trace, and I'll show you the fix. The one really bad pad, kind of. I'll show you the fix on the other side, but I got it all cleaned up. Looks super good. That Zener diode there, right there was that bad pad on the back. I just soldered, put a little lead in there and soldered it to that trace because it was broke. But now it's not broke. And I reused this resistor, that's original. I reused the LED. Other than that, everything's replaced. Starting basically right here with these two chips and those two parts. And then all of this. All of the diodes for these guys. And all of those, the button, that, the 322 microfarad caps, those two sockets, the EEPROM sockets. Yeah, very happy with how this came out. It's beautiful. Now, yeah, this thing should be good to go for the duration without that fuzzy green crap coming back, hopefully. I don't think it would ever come back. This thing is good to go. Very, very, very happy with how this came out. It's beautiful. This board is absolutely shiny. Look at it. Yep. It's beautiful. And you can take a a rechargeable phone battery, solder the positive there, the negative there, and you'll have your rechargeable battery. Yeah. Just a 3.6 volt cordless phone rechargeable battery, or some kind of rechargeable battery. 3.6, 3.7 volt, whatever. Yeah, so cool. Beautiful. One more look. Just admire one more look. Yep, my new header pin's in. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so now on to the rest of the board set. That VFB board, the RAM board, I need to pick all of the pins, the solder pins out of that. I need to socket all those. We need to clean up a little bit of green fuzz, just a little. There's not much. It's not like this board. And then replace the few chips that I cut out of the board. And socket that board up and stuff, and put some good RAM in it, and that we'll be ready to fire this thing up. Then do some real troubleshooting, because we know we don't have to do this crap anymore. Yeah, so excellent.